Restaurant 10 in Atlanta's Midtown wants to know why this police officer, Garrett Rolfe, was permitted to berate and assault one of his employees and yet not get arrested, not face any charges. That's right. According to the owner, James Nelson, on Saturday around 1 a.m., two men walked into the bar. One of those men was Officer Rolfe. They walk over to the bar and they order 2 drinks from the bartender, a female bartender. After they order 2 drinks, they start questioning the bartender over the price. Things get heated. Both men proceed to take out their cell phones and start recording the female bartender and repeatedly telling the bartender, trying to make it clear that Garrett Rolfe here was an Atlanta police officer. So, of course, she feels uncomfortable and she calls over one of the male employees who handles the door and the patio. Now, according to reports, the 3 men went outside and this police officer punched his employees several times. That employee hit back. At that point, Atlanta police are called. Officers only arrest the employee and allow this police officer to walk away. He's not the only one questioning the decision. In fact, there were multiple witnesses that saw everything happen that cannot understand why this man was not arrested. And the thing is that if you recognize him, it's probably because you remember him from an incident back in 2020. This is the same man that shot Rayshard Brooks in a Wendy's parking lot, where within 24 hours he was fired from the force. They went and took him to court. Apparently, later on, charges were dropped, even though there was video showing that he essentially utilized more force than needed. He even tried to sue the city. However, he was reinstated. And now he is on paid leave while they investigate what happened that Saturday night. Now, according to multiple sources, the owner of 10 is actually out of town, but once he comes back, he is going to continue pursuing and trying to figure out why this man was not arrested, is not.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I start this video, I would like to give a shout out to It's Given allegedly on TikTok for this story. So, let me get this straight. The same officer who deleted Rayshard Brooks in 2020 at an Atlanta Wendy's parking lot was involved in another incident, this time at an Atlanta bar. So, and this is over a tab. So basically, like, he tried to confront a woman who's a bartender, and then the officer was telling who he is at the time, Garrett Rolfe, and she felt uncomfortable with that person, so she brought another male employee, which was a black employee, confronted him. The words were changed. The officer punched that black employee. The black employee retaliated by hitting him. And then all of a sudden, all Atlanta police came all the way out, arrested that black employee, but not arrest Garrett Rolfe. And because he is a police officer who was off duty. See, I knew this was going to happen. I already knew that once they brought this man back on the force, he's still going to do some crooked stuff. And I'm going to tell you right now that whoever brought him back, they need to be held accountable for it. Seriously. Because if this man who's responsible for deleting Rayshard Brooks while running away from the officer with a taser in his hand, by the way, he did not harm this officer, but they tased the man, right? He ran away with a taser, and he shot Rayshard Brooks several times, deleted him. And now you have it involving another incident. So the owner of the bar was out of town Once he get back in town, he's going to find out why that officer was arrested for assaulting one of his employees. And I don't blame him. But we already know why. Well, I feared for my life. I've been attacked first. That's what they're going to do. That's what officers are going to do. I've been attacked first. I feared for my life. So I had no choice but to fight. He was off duty, right? But he's still a cop. And they allowed him to get away with all of this. But yet the black employees was charged of attacking him. Make it make sense, guys. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.